Communication is the platform through which we advance our needs through mutual benefit and let others know how we're feeling by what we say. My name is Jesse Montez, and I've always considered myself throughout my life to be an effective communicator and one who could articulate his words to let others know what I'm feeling, advance my interests, and let others know how I'm feeling through my words. In this speech, I will talk about what I've learned from this course, my expectations from the course, the things that I found most valuable that I learned from this course, and my overall opinion of the course itself. Before I came to class on the very first day of school, I wasn't too sure what to expect from this course. I remember receiving an email from Jack with just the intro to the course and an introduction to himself, and I thought, wow, this guy's really into it. He knows what he's doing, and from your website, I knew that I was in for a ride. Throughout the course, I realized that the subject material of the course was not as valuable as Jack's lecturing and his motivational speaking and the further knowledge I was getting just from listening to him talk. Certain sections that made an impact on me could be counted and could be vast, but the ones that most affected me were assertiveness, listening, and perception checking. The assertiveness workshop and the assertiveness section itself showed me that I should not take a backseat to what others want and that I should advance my own needs, and I can do so easily throughout communicating. The second thing that made a lasting impact on me was the listening activity. In this activity, I noticed how different my responses were to certain communications based on the feedback that I was getting from my partner that was listening to me, and the same way vice versa, the person I was talking to and how they responded based on the feedback I was giving. I realized it's inappropriate to not give someone your full attention while you're talking, and in turn it's inappropriate for someone to not give you their full attention while you're talking, and this can greatly impact the message you're trying to send just based off of the response of the other person. The third topic of the class that I found to be extremely intriguing and helpful and beneficial in the long run is perception checking. This topic I found to be most beneficial overall. I had never considered a way to properly, in the moment, evaluate another person's feelings just based off of the words that they were saying. It was hard for me at first to put myself in another person's shoes and try to truly imagine what they were going through and the impact of what they were talking about to their own self. In this workshop, I learned that you can put aside your own personal experiences and emotions when you are being subjective with what someone's talking about, and you can be objective by trying to put yourself in their shoes and trying to see it from their point of view. In my persuasive speech, I attempted to talk about the benefits of in-person education versus online education. In this speech, I used sources from the Purdue University Global Learning Center as well as the CDC to try and form an argument as to why and as to how we can properly go back to school safely once the coronavirus pandemic is not so serious. In my speech, I found myself convincing myself while I was talking that what I was saying was true, and that even though over time through the pandemic I realized that it isn't so realistic that we will go back to school in the fall, but I still attempted to make the best points I could and use the best arguments that I could with the sources that I have. In this speech, I talked about my experience with the course and how I felt about it and the lessons I learned through it. To my class, I would like to say thank you for being participatory, and that this class would truly not have worked if everyone did not buy into what Jack was saying and be participatory in the class. To Jack, I would like to say thank you for being very understanding throughout the school year and for just being an amazingly motivational, inspiring lecturer and someone that I truly went into class on the edge of my seat every time that she talked. I loved hearing every word that she said. In closing, I will say, pursue happiness at all other costs and live life to the fullest. Thank you.